I'm here with Steve Miller, Category Manager at Mercury Marine, and we're standing by what look to be two 40 horsepower motors, but I know there's some serious differences between these two, aren't they, Steve? Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure, Jeremy. You're right. What you see here are two 40 horsepower Mercury four-strokes. What's really different about them is the one next to you is what we call our BigFoot model. We call it a BigFoot model because if you think about what's below the waterline, the gear case on the BigFoot versus the engine next to me is quite a bit larger overall. You can see that the casting itself is quite a bit bigger. The torpedo, the round part is quite a bit wider, and the ventilation plate across the top is quite a bit bigger as well. And really all of these things translate into, better steering, better handling. It's like having a bigger rudder in the water, if you will.
Sure.
The other thing that a bigger torpedo gives you, I like to call it shoulders. It gives you a little bit more lift. So on a heavier boat that needs a little extra help getting up and staying up on plane, that bigger torpedo diameter is very advantageous.
So this would be a great deal for like pontoons and other boats that are carrying a heavy load?
Absolutely. Pontoon owners especially love the BigFoots. We sell a lot of those for pontoons. Pontoons need a lot of help with maneuverability, responsiveness, handling, things like that, but they're not necessarily all about speed, so a BigFoot's a great choice for them. One of the other things, though, that a BigFoot is a great choice for are some of the smaller aluminum fishing packages, and you may not have thought of that originally, but when you think about a boat that's maybe rated for a 90 or a 115, but maybe the guy buying it just doesn't have the budget for that big of a motor, he can benefit from having the boat with a little bit smaller engine, but a BigFoot version. So he can get the acceleration, he can get a lot of that handling that he needs for fishing and boat handling that he could have had with the bigger engine. It just won't be quite as fast, but it'll probably fit in his budget a little bit better.
Amazing. Now, another question I got for you, Steve. I see
Sure.
There's a couple of propellers we're looking at here. This one is significantly larger than
Yep.
that one. What's the reasoning? This looks like it's for a big motor.
Yeah, well, that's one of the other benefits of the BigFoot. As you can see, this propeller here has a lot bigger of a tube on it. It's got a lot more blade area, a lot more surface area for the blades, and really that helps a lot with acceleration and overall boat handling. And so that's another benefit to the BigFoot, is just being able to swing a bigger prop. The prop you're holding actually happens to be our new Spitfire prop, which as you can see, it's a 4-blade. It's got a ton of blade area, and it works really well on BigFoot engine applications.
Wow. Well, things I certainly didn't know about and things you need to consider when you go to look for an outboard. It's not just what you see in the cowling, it's what's below the water. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.